we don't know where our food comes from. And when we talk about the circle of life, we talk about life and death and the in-between. And we don't realize that we don't raise cattle and pork and things like that in our country to have a real circle of life. They're raised for sustentation. They're raised to be slaughtered for food. People in general don't understand where the supermarket gets the beef, or they go in and find it in a package. They don't know where it came from. And I really believe if you can teach children from an early age, again, I'm talking about involving kids that are young, that they can see that the animals have a reason. And that's why taking your kids in the outdoors and teaching them to hunt and teaching them to eat their harvest. And we know that game is less fatty. It has no antibiotics and hormone injections in it. We know that it's cleaner food. And if we can show children and even young adults that there's a cycle. Not every deer is harvested, but every steer that is raised to be made into steaks is harvested. So I think it's good to show them that there is a life and death type of deal, and that the animal does have a life. And I don't think we know that nowadays. So when we bring kids in the kitchen, we want to make it fun for them. Like, have them make a venison patty. If you can take a roast and have it chunked up into 2x2 squares, and they can throw it in the food processor or grind it, they can do that.
Bacon makes everything better.
Since venison's so lean and we're trying to make a burger or something out of it for the children, we got to put fat in it. And you can put pork in it if you want, or I like putting bacon in it. It gives it a little flavor. It's smoky. It's not just pure fat that you're putting in there.
Will you turn it toward me? And roll in a ball. And pat, pat, pat. That's why it's called a patty. You got it. Remember, scoot your edges in.
And so when we show the kids how to do that, and the burger holds together, the venison holds together, it's not mealy and dry, the kids can look around and say, hey, I made my own meal. I made mine. I made it.
This one for me. But this one, I made one.
Well, a lot of times no one wants to involve their kids in the kitchen. They feel like it could be dangerous. I could get my kid burnt, or my children are going to make a mess. But if you teach them from an early age and have adult supervision at an age where they will need to learn, there is no problem. They don't have to learn how to use a knife right away or turn on a 500-degree oven. You know, I think the fantastic idea about taking a rosemary sprig and threading it with game meat and fruit is fantastic. The flavor, I love the flavor from rosemary, and it really goes well with game meats, all kinds of game meats. If you grow your own rosemary, the kids can go out and they can snip them with you, and you can do it as a family. I think you want to involve it as a family deal where, you know, you're teaching the kids, they look up to you, they want to be taught by you. It's a time that your kids will react with you. Their interaction with you is what you want.
Do you see how you had to open the scissors that big?
That smells good.
It does.
Ask them the questions, how they feel about the food. What do they think the flavors are like? Teach them about the flavors. Is it sweet? Is it sour? Is it salty? Is it hot? Is it spicy? Is it peppery? Talk to your kids about that. See what they like. They'll tell you. Most kids will say, oh, I like it sweet.
No.
But boy, if you teach them how a spicy food tastes, or maybe how a little bit of salt helps things, even sweet things, salt can help. If you it's a time of teaching, and it's what we need to do. If we make it fun for them, then they're going to enjoy it. If they understand that, hey, this is kind of fun. You know, hey, I'm getting to poke a piece of fruit, or poke a piece of meat, or I'm being able to patty out my own hamburger, or I'm being able to make what I'm going to eat. They go, man, I made that? And we have them seasoned. They go, wow, I made it. And at young ages, that's really exciting to kids. It gets exciting for me. I made that come out right? Oh my, that's great. And I think that's really what we need to do, make it fun for them.